It's been a wet week in Wisconsin. Severe storms caused flash flooding and damage to parts of our viewing area.
And it really illustrated the importance of always being prepared financially for disaster. Certified financial planner Tony Drake with wealthwisconsin.com is here to talk about the 5 things we should be doing right now to make sure we're financially covered. I think a lot of people think about what supplies do I need in my home, but not the financial aspect.
Yeah, it's really important to consider that. The first thing we really remind people to think about is insurance.
Yeah.
At least once a year, you want to update your auto, your home, make sure your life insurance beneficiaries are current. One thing we recommend on the homeowners, make sure you have replacement value. You know, if you just have actual cash value, you could be left with a big bill if things get wiped out.
But as you know, a lot of people, tight budgets, always looking where they might be able to cut corners. So how do you address those issues? Because sometimes when you add a little extra, it costs a little extra more as well.
Yeah, it certainly does. I think it's important. There's a lot of independent agents out there you can work with. They can shop around, try to find you the best deal. That's an area where we really recommend people spend a little extra money, though.
Rainy day fund, I guess, is accurately named in this case. You should have one of those.
Yeah, we got a ton of rain this week. We like to think about, if a bank's damaged, you can't get to the ATM for some reason, important to have some cash on hand. We recommend 3 to 6 days worth of spending.
Perhaps not the 41,000 we saw this guy left in his couch in
No,
New
you
York
don't need
City.
that much.
But it's a hard concept to have actually some cash with you, right? People don't have that anymore.
Yeah, really, people aren't operating on cash anymore. We also recommend people get involved in online banking, even though we're saying have cash on hand, because that's important. Direct deposits, Social Security checks, payrolls really help reduce fraud.
Organize your papers. A lot of people do so much stuff online. Do you actually need a paper copy?
Yeah, it's nice to have copies of your insurance and some of your. Imagine if you couldn't get to the house for a couple of weeks, what financial documents would you need? Most people that have been through these disasters say the number one thing they're frustrated about is trying to find those documents and knowing who to call. So.
Yeah. Good investment in a generator is not a bad idea either.
Tony Drake, thank you. Got a question for our experts? Email them. Ask the expert. Today's TMJ4.com. You can also leave a voicemail.